Didn't you just get back from Washington?
Yeah, and that's why I'm so tired. The trip was so bad.
How did your trip go? Didn't you go too?
Yeah, we did great. It's a great trip.
Yeah, it was. What did you like? What did you do? Like, how were the kids on the plane?
They were great. They talked a little bit about what they were going to do and some of the research, but they were great.
Yeah, that's nice. My kids were gummy bears people, and they ran up and down. They wouldn't sit still. I didn't even know they were this bad. They're usually so good in the classroom.
Mm-hmm. Did you talk to your kids about etiquette on the
Oh
phone?
yeah, oh yeah. I told them about you had to sit there. You talk to the person beside you,
Yeah.
and at the hotel as well. I have etiquette for the hotel.
You do. Yeah, see, my kids were just really loud. They were, disruptive. They had the TV up too loud. I mean, there were a few kids that were generally well behaved, but most of them were just, out of control.
Yeah. What'd your kids do in the hotel?
Well, I told them no TV, and but they could talk to each other out about what they were going to do, to give notes about things that they might not have gotten notes about that day. Um, they could play games like cards. Somebody brought Buzzword, and they played games.
So they were interacting with each other the whole time. That's good. What places did y'all get to go see?
We went everywhere, or at least we tried. We went to the changing of the guard, and I mean, they were just really loud, and you have to be quiet. They, were talking to other school groups, so of course the other school groups started being loud, and in the museums they ran around like little hoodlums.
Were your kids respectful at the changing of the guard?
Oh yes, I made sure they knew everything, what that was about, everything that was around there. And I did the same for the museum. I gave them maps with places I thought were important circled, but I also gave them the freedom to, there were a couple of girls who went to the Hope Diamond, stayed there for the most of the time, and at the beginning they were saying, "Oh, my husband's gonna buy this for me, and it's gonna be my wedding gift." But then they got serious about how it formed, how long it took, things like that. I had a couple of guys go straight to the dinosaurs and spent their time there, but they talked about the bones and how we still have them and the time periods and all that.
So they got to focus on what they were really interested in.
Mm-hmm.
They got to learn something from it.
Exactly.
That's good. Did you take your class around as a whole group, or did you let them split up? Or
I tried to take them around as a whole group, but in the end, I just let them go off in groups of friends. If they wanted to be with friends, they could, especially friends they weren't rooming with. They ran around and they jumped off exhibits, like I said. One kid even broke his arm.
oh, did you have any injuries?
I had one. Two kids were talking about the museum, and one of them wasn't looking, hit a sidewalk crack and fell and scraped up his arm. But that was all I ever had.
Yeah, I can't really control that.
No.
Happens.
Yeah.
Did you know about the Washington Monument not being open?
Yeah, closed because of the earthquake.
I should have known that.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't. And I took them there, and they were really excited about going up. Like, it was one of the few things they were excited about.
Did y'all waste a lot of time doing that?
We did. We wasted like 2 or 3 hours, and then they didn't want to do anything for the rest of the day.
You gotta plan right.
Right.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. Did you have them do a whole lot, or did you have them do a little bit? What was
During the trip, I had them take no. Some of them took a notebook,
mm-hmm.
but most of them already had the research done, and they were just getting a real life experience of seeing this.
Yeah.
But they knew most of it already.
When did you do your planning and talk to your kids about all this?
Well, the planning's been under for a while, but I talked to the kids a little bit during class, and I told them if they wanted to go, they had to help raise the money. We did some fundraisers. Then some parents put in some money. I knew some people at the Natural History Museum who got us a discounted ticket. And they had to do adequate amount of outside class research.
So your whole class didn't go?
No, they had to earn the right to go.
That's good. Makes them appreciate it, gain an interest in it.
Yeah.
That, and they can spend a lot of time on what they wanted to learn because they already knew what the Hope Diamond was, and they already knew this, but they could see it, experience it.
I think that's a great thing to do.
Yeah. I took all of my kids I didn't even think to have them raise the money or do fundraisers, so I did it myself, and I'm so exhausted. I'm still missing hours of sleep, and I didn't even enjoy the trip myself. You know, it was miserable.
Were you proud of your trip?
Kids were great.
So overall, it was a good experience.
Oh yeah, the kids learned a lot. And actually, there were a couple who taught me some things I didn't know about it, which is always great as a
Yeah,
teacher.
that is great.
But yeah, it was a very nice trip.
Are you having them do anything afterwards? Because I'm so exhausted. I don't even look at my kids.
Oh yeah, they have next week they have a 5-page paper doing what they learned on the trip, what they experienced.
You seem to have this all thought out. I'll have to get some tips from you.
Be happy to share. Oh, I don't have planning. I've got to run to my class. I'll see y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.